Hey everyone, welcome to our Wednesday night weekly sessions. This is number 3 in the series that we've got. It is Wednesday the 13th of November and we have the fantastic Bianca taking us through tonight's session. Bianca, can you let everyone know what you're going to be presenting tonight, and the floor is yours.
Thanks, Christy. So tonight I'm just going to give you a bit of a rundown on how to actually add a page into your PBS, and then how to add bits and pieces into that. So how to add in things like pictures, how to add in maybe coloured text, changing things around, making sure that you've got your links where they should be, those sorts of things. So hopefully you'll all get something out of this, out of the next 15 minutes or so. Just going to start sharing my screen with this one, share. Just give me a thumbs up if you can actually see that screen at the moment. That'd be good. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So when you are going into your back office and you're seeing the back part of your WordPress, you want to go into Pages and Add New. It's as simple as that. You just need to add a new page, and then it will, once it loads up, it will come to this one here, and it's pretty much just exactly what it looks like. It's just a blank page. It's a blank canvas. You can write anything and everything on there. Try and keep it family friendly. We are all about keeping our PBS family friendly. So whatever you do write, be mindful that families are going to be reading it. I'm just going to bring up one page that I did start earlier today. Only then I don't have to go through and show you, adding in, add your title in here, etc., and then you put your, your main body of your text here and whatnot. But I'll just go back to this one that I do have going here, which is one that I started earlier called Wine, Spicy Foods and Chocolate. What are the health benefits? So you can see that I've got coloured bits in here, and I'm going to show you how to do that a bit further down. I've added pictures. Again, I'll show you how to do all that a bit further down. So if you wanted to make, for example, this champagne here, if you wanted to make that, I don't know, bright yellow, which is not easy to read on screen, but if you want to make it bright yellow or bright green, or keep in the theme and have the whole lot bright red, all you need to do is, when you sort of see how it says paragraph here, when you go along that paragraph, you can see there's a little plus sign here. What you want to do is add a block. Now, the block that you're looking for is classic. Some of you will have it in here. It'll be in your most used. When I first started to do this, it wasn't there, so I actually had to type in classic here, and you'll see that the formatting comes up here. Pick up classic and type in this case, I'm going to go with champagne, like so. Now, at the moment, it's putting it all in the same size as what the rest of your main body text is. If you want it to go bigger, this one here that says paragraph, you need to change that to whatever you want, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. Generally, your heading 1 and your title are the ones that you would use at the very top of your page. So for this, you might use heading 2, and then all you want to do is highlight it, like so. In here, this is your text color, so you can change it to, let's go red again, just because it looks good. You can change the size. You can bold it up if you want to bold it. You can put it into italics if you want to put it into italics. It's entirely up to you what you want to do with that. You can strike through it if you want to strike through. I find that sometimes is really good if you want people to realise when you're writing that you might have written wine is very good for the soul. You might cross out the very good and actually then beside it put wine is best for the soul, or wine is amazing for the soul, and get people to see that you've actually upgraded that. It's really good for that sort of thing. Then, because you no longer want this text in there, it's just a case of, in here, those 3 little dots, remove the block. And what that does is it takes out the black champagne and it puts in red champagne. Now you can change that for any color. You can change, all these sorts of things through here. You can do whatever you like. If you want to put in a picture, for example, if you wanted to put a picture in here, you would need to add a block. Again, see where this heading comes in. You would have to add a block. And in this particular one, it's no longer a classic that you're trying to add. You want to add an image. So again, just push the image. You can either upload something from your own computer. Let's just upload Lego cookies. I know it's got nothing to do with my page, but I'll change it around later. So you just need to find whatever picture it is that you want to put up in there. And it will actually then insert it into your PBS. These buttons here I find really handy. This one will completely align it to the left, center, or right. Just be mindful. You can see that it's changed where my heading is now. Like it's now down the side of here. That will change because you've changed where you've got your spacing. If you want it back, just put it back to the middle or back to a line left. So once you've finished adding in, you can put in, for example, you could put in hyperlinks. And I'm sure you all know how to do that, but I will just quickly run over that just very, very quickly. Say you want to link drinking to your website. You would just see this one here with the little link on it, and you would put in there, you know, whatever you want to link it to. In this case, I'm just going to link it to facebook.com/Bianca Dixon, and then it would link off to that site there, and you would just have to press this one here to apply it. And now that, because drinking is associated with Bianca Dixon, that would then link off to your own, whichever site you want. You could link it to your wine ambassador page. You could link it to any articles that you think you might like to link to back up what you're saying. You could link it to something off of either ClickBank or CJ.com if you found a link for, you know, something other than maybe wine glasses or wine openers or something like that. You could link it off to that. And then once you go through and you've done all of that, then you want to look down here at your Yoast SEOs. Now, what I didn't realize, I'm just going to minimize that for a minute. What I didn't realize is you can actually get that Yoast, all this stuff that's down the bottom here, you can get that over on this right-hand side of your page by simply pressing this Y here, and then it all comes up on the side here, which makes it really handy if you're trying to like work out through the page where things are. So for example, my readability is terrible. I've got 20% passive voice and I should have 10%. So I've got to go back through and reword things. Transition words, I've only got 29% and it's not enough. So I've got to go back and read that. But the rest of it's pretty good. So as far as your readability goes, it's not bad. When it comes to the SEO analysis, I've got a grey one there. The reason being that I've got no internal links, I've got no key phrase links, there's lots of things missing from that. This is another whole training that will take more than the 15 minutes that I'm planning to spend. But getting with your instructor or any one of the ones in the group will be able to help you to work out what it is that you need to do there. The big one you do need to worry about though is your focus key phrase. You want to pick a key phrase, and Paul Rankin speaks a lot about these. You want to pick a key phrase that is going to draw people in. So if you're talking about, you know, health benefits of chocolate and wine and spicy foods, you might write health benefits of chocolate. Oops, let me just get benefits spelled correctly. Of chocolate. And see what that says. Now, when you go down, I'll just minimize this one. When you go down to the SEO analysis, you'll now see that it's changed to orange. So it has changed, but it's still got problems. And it's saying that my key phrase that I chose, I haven't actually mentioned anywhere in my article. So maybe if I had, instead of health benefits of chocolate, maybe I could just have health benefits and see what that says. It doesn't really relate too much to my article, but it's all about changing it around. So the key phrase is only found one time now, so it's still red. The idea is to get every single one of these dots green. All right, and the most important thing when you are writing pages, press this save draft. Press it 5 times an hour, 10 times an hour, 20 times a minute. Just press it. Save your work. Don't lose your work. So as you're going through, you can change colors. You can change, you know, like the sizes. There's all sorts of things you can change in here, and you'll be able to do all of that if you change it back to a classic block. We keep it in, I beg your pardon, in a classic insert, not a block, because in blocks is very simple, but you can't do a lot of editing and modifying of text. You can put in as many different links as you want. It's a good idea to try and link some to your internal. So for example, you know, this one here, the red wine, I might link that to my fine wines page, or the chocolate, you might be able to link to your Valentis chocolate page. like hot cocoa page. There's lots of things that you can link within your site, but making sure that you have all of these here at the green, particularly these two here, the readability and the SEO, that's really, really important. If you want to have a look at what your snippet looks like, you just need to press this one here. That's what people are going to see on Google, all right? It doesn't have a meta description, and you've got to put a meta description in. I can show you how to do all of that, but again, this is a whole nother training that I think is coming up further down the list in trainings. But getting your page in is the most important thing. Getting those thoughts from your head onto your page, that's where you're going to start to bring that traffic in. And then when you do write the page and you're happy with it and you're ready to publish it, just press the publish page and publish it. Doesn't matter if it's not indexed on your site. It doesn't matter if it's not in your menu. Get it out there, okay? Because next week's training is all about how to get these new pages that you're writing into that category pages, so that they're somewhere on your category pages, so that they're also coming up on your left-hand menu page. I'll show you how to get all of that into the bits and pieces that you need. And as Christy's just pointed out, we do have an SEO training on the 27th by Jackie. Christine, I didn't look at that because I figured that would be something that's coming up as part of the SEO anyway. I'm just going to stop sharing now. Is there any questions? Like, is there anything that I've missed that people are not sure of?
No.
Just one thing I thought of. They won't get Google approved unless they're green.
Yes. Yep. And that's what I was saying.
Yep.
They do need to be green. Sorry, I didn't even think to mention about Google approval.
Yeah.
But yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. So tonight, Bianca, I had you down for category pages. Do you want to show everyone, while we still got your recording, how to go and edit their category?
Sure. I thought that was coming up next week, so that's why I hadn't covered it this week. Category and menus and all that sort of stuff I had down on for next week, but I can do it tonight if you want.
Yeah, everyone okay with Bianca keeping on going? Yeah, perfect. Let's do it.
Sure. Okay, let me just reshare again. Alrighty, so let me just save that one so I know it's saved. So when you go into changing your category pages around, so the category pages are the ones that are in the capitals here. These are your category pages. And like these are you can just, like, you can start to change these around pretty much exactly the same way as you do the others, but these ones link to your internal links. So if you've got anything for arts and entertainment, you would want to put it on here. So for example, that page that I just did then about champagne, wine and chocolate, does it help your health? That could fit into any one of the pages. It could fit into the food page. Where is it? Let me just find it, sorry. What's it called? It could fit into health and fitness. You could certainly put it into health and fitness. So let's just go into health and fitness and figure it out there. So you could put it in here, and it would just be a simple case of adding a block, and we would want just a normal paragraph, and you would put something along the lines of champagne, champagne, wine and chocolate do these improve your health? And then you would want to put a little bit of a blurb or something about what's going to be included in that. So you might write something along the lines of, sorry, I'm just a bit on the spot at the minute. I wasn't expecting this one tonight. Can you improve your health by eating more chocolate and drinking more wine? Science states that you can. Check out how with these handy tips. Excuse me for a moment. Isla, go to bed. No. check out these handy tips. And then what you would need to do is you would need to, again, link this here. You would need to link it, but this time you're linking it to your own page, which was called, what did we call it? Champagne ez227.com / as soon as you put in the first part of your PBS, it'll bring up all of your pages, and you can just go through, and it's not coming up because I obviously haven't published it yet, but once I publish it, it'll come up in this list. So for now, I'll just try to do it to that one, and again, save it. And now what that'll do is it will go off to the page that you have got set up. So you've now set up your category page here to go off to that page. Christy, just by a yes or a no or whatever, do you want me to also show how to adjust the menu pages, or do you want me to leave that for next week?
That's actually what I had you down for tonight, but I understand what it's like with kids around, so we can actually save that one for next week.
Yeah, so between now and next week, if everyone wants to write, 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages, whatever you feel you want to write, or, as Christine did the other day, she said she reeled off, and correct me if I'm wrong, Christine, 60 odd pages in one day, just by, sitting down and putting a mind to it. Yeah, I thought it was 60 odd. Yeah.
And it's, so what I did was I just thought, it's Christmas coming up. What do I want to do around Christmas? And then I went through and just blasted CGX to try and find as many affiliates as I could, get approved for as many as I could. And
CJ.com, sorry.
Yeah, CJ, yeah, sorry. Just got as many affiliates organised as I could. And then the ones that I did get done, I thought, can I do a whole page on one of these affiliates, or do I need to group, 3 or 4 affiliates and then plonk it into one page? So, just create a page, quickly write a tiny little spiel, and then just save it to draft and come back to it, when you get time. But if you really sit and really strategically think about how to make it bigger and better and utilize it the most you can within the next couple of months, then, we've got Christmas around the corner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. And I mean, and you can make pages for anything really. Like if you want to do a weight loss page, get ready for summer, or if you want to do, I know that, again, Christine wrote a page earlier about Christmas foods in Australia, because our Christmas lunches and dinners can be significantly different to what is a traditional Christmas dinner. But you could do all of that, and again, link your wine pages, or link in something that you find on cj.com or through ClickBank. And then once you've got all of those there, then next week, once you've got all those pages, you can publish them this week. You don't have to wait until they're in that menu page. You can publish them, and they can just be a floating page on the internet. They're still linked to your site. They'll still have your menu all the way down the side. It won't actually be that page. That specific page won't be in your menu page, but that will not stop you getting traffic to it. You can still promote it through your social media. You can still promote it through, get your work colleagues to have a look and say, hey, look, I just wrote this blog page. Can you just tell me what you think of it? And send it to a couple of your work colleagues. Most of them are quite happy to read and give you some honest feedback about it, particularly if it's a subject that they're really interested in. And then next week, I'll show you how to slot those into the different category pages, so that, not category, the menu pages. Stop that share. So it's slotted into all the different menu pages, and that way you can, drag and drop those pages into where you want them on your menu, so that when people go to that menu on the left-hand side and they go to health, then it will show a page that says, does champagne improve your health overall? Or, does chocolate improve your health overall? And they'll be able to see that and then go into that page from your menus as well. But you can certainly write the pages this week, get them published, get them out there, get traffic coming to your site straight away.